So here, black played h4. Sorry, white here played a check. Black played h4, knight came with a check. That was the idea of playing knight c3. Now king, this is where things get really interesting. What is the most natural move here for black guys?
King.
King D5.
King d5, okay.
King E7 to stop the pawn.
Huh. That's the most natural, I would say. King d5, when the pawn is running, you want to be there, right? If you come
Sir,
below the-
actually there
then
is a
we-
good move after you play D5.
Which is? Just push the pawn.
No, like after you play king to D5, okay, then let's say you play
Pawn
normal
f6.
move. Then you play nothing.
The pawn is going to promote. You'll have to deal with that.
So
You
you
can't try to
can
win a
do
piece here.
E7 and then block the
King to
pawn
E7.
from F6 or F7.
No, but you can't even go to f6. How will you go to f6? You have to go to f7. So king e7 is a losing move here. King e7 loses because pawn f6. If you go king f7, knight g5. So your king stays in the way of the knights. The knights will come with tempo and promote. So this is so difficult for black to defend this. The only drawing move here is king d7. And Wei Yi found it. He played king d7. So natural to play king e7, but he found king d7. And now Gukesh should play. What should white do, guys?
Pawn push.
Pawn push is good, but something even better is there.
Knight to E5.
Yeah, bring your knights in because you're covering these two squares now. Pawn can go for free. And now again, king e8 is losing because the knights will come with check when the pawn pushes. Like f6, f7 and the knight check.
So how do you draw here?
King d8. Still close. It is a draw. This is still equal, 0.0. Yeah, he reaches the
Then
same.
the opponent found it.
Yeah, king d8 was played. This was easier than playing king d7. King d7 was hard. King d8 and now Gukesh plays f6. Now what to do for black? Black is only one drawing move here. This one is so hard. Like absolutely hard if you're playing black. What will you play for black here? If you're black in this situation, what's the move you would do? What is this? Am I doing stand-up comedy here? You're laughing instead of thinking. You need to commit to your decision, Ansh. Make a decision and then stick to it and tell. You're like, should I tell? Ha ha, hee hee hee. What is the need for this? Give me a move, guys. What will you play here for black? Yes, Vihan first.
Rook to F1.
Rook to f1 makes sense, right? Stopping the pawn. Yeah. And what do you say, Srikanth?
Rook E1.
Rook e1. But then f7?
F7, king to E7.
King e7, yeah?
Sir.
Okay, and Ansh?
H3.
h3. Okay, and Prayan?
King D1. I mean,
Huh?
rook D1.
Rook d1, okay. But why rook d1? I play king e2.
Then I'll try to bring the rook in.
Rook in where?
D5.
Oh, d5. I push.
Then you block.
King comes in, yeah? Okay. They actually played here h3. The only drawing move was rook d1. But it's very difficult to understand why. I don't know why why Prayan played rook d1. I mean, you would generally want to push your pawn,
Sir,
right?
I calculated, sir, you would give a check.
So after rook d1, let's try to understand what happens. The king will, let's say, go to e2. Yeah, rook d5, good. King e2, rook d5 is equal. Nice. Well done. Rook d5 is like keeping everything together. Because now, white would want to push the pawn, but you can't, right? Knight's hanging.
So then what's the problem with Rook E1?
Rook e1, let's see.
So you can actually still push the pawn, but then you can block it.
1 second. If you play rook e1, then white continues with this plan of, this was the position, right? Knight g5. So wait, where was the pawn?
Pawn, yeah, same.
It was here only.
It was here only, it's correct.
Rook e1.
Pawn
Yeah,
f7.
knight g5. And now threat is f7, f8. And if you play f7, King e7, then knight g6 wins.
What if I take the knight?
Fork.
Then knight f7 fork. Yeah. The second time you fall into the fork, knight fork.
No.
One time you saved it, 2 times you fell.
No. And
Yeah.
then I play king e8.
Rook takes knight, knight f7, king e8, knight takes. I have a pass pawn on f7, f6.
No,
With
king
the
is
piece.
on e8. So
I
push.
took.
Uh,
Rook takes knight, knight f7 check, king moves, knight takes. Oh,
Okay.
I playing king e8 now.
uh, oh wait, no.
So what do
now,
you push the
now
pawn?
I'll play.
Knight
No
takes.
wait. Now I'll play h3.
Oh, no. You play h3.
Yes.
Then I play f7.
Then I play king e7.
Knight g6 check. Done.
Knight g6 check. I take the pawn.
Knight is defending it, you can't take the pawn.
Knight is on g6.
Yeah, sir, knight is
This knight went to g6. Now, how will this knight go to g6, mister?
Sir, I took that.
You played h3. How can you take and play h3 at the
No,
same
sir.
time?
I'm telling.
You played
I'm
rook takes
taking-
knight. Okay,
Yeah.
fine. You're playing rook takes knight.
Yeah.
I play f7.
Uh,
Oh, sorry, not f7. Knight f7 check.
Knight f7.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hmm.
Then I'm playing king to e7.
You can't play king e7. Pawn is here.
No, you push.
When did I push, mister?
Sorry,
You
E8.
took the knight. I played knight f7.
Sorry, king e8.
King e8. I take the knight. I mean rook.
Then I push h3.
Just knight g4.
Then I can come down and take your pawn.
The pawn is defended by the knight. Knight is on g4. And your pawn can't push. I can just come here, take this and win. That is just lost. So let's go back. What was the position? Rook was on h1. The knights were here. So with it, the Gukesh's plan is knight g5. And then knight g6 and push. Rook was on h1. Rook d1 was the only move. He plays h3. And now Gukesh can feel that he is close to winning. What is the winning move, guys? What to do? Let me see. What is it the only move? Yeah, there are 2 winning moves here. Yes, Prayan.
So one can be knight f2 for a change.
What for a change after rook f? Oh wait, rook f1. Then what change do you want? They don't.
So then,
if
you
you,
can what do you say? Then you can play to knight to g4.
then I push the pawn.
Then you take the pawn.
I take a pawn, and how are you going to win with no pass pawn?
So then you can make a
There's nothing there. If you don't even have a pawn left, you can't win. So rook will come back and take this. So what does it need to unnecessarily distract yourself? Prayan basically distracted himself. He has a clear plan there. Instead he's going and poking the rook sitting there. The rook anyway wants to move. Yes, Srikanth?
So there is knight to g5.
Yeah, knight g5 is the move. Knight g5 or f7. That's how you win, na? That was the plan. So f7 was played by Gukesh. And here it's lost. Because everything loses. The most logical move for black would be?
king e7.
No, king e7, knight g5.
Pawn push.
Yeah.
So then what else can you
Pawn
play?
is queens. Yeah, king e7 is.
So
There's one more
pawn
move.
is-
Pawn is to just queens no with check.
Oh, queen's with
Sir,
check.
rook to
Done.
f1.
Yeah, rook f1 was played. Rook f1 or king is only moves, right? Rook f1 was played. Now Gukesh has to find the winning plan. Can you find out how to win this position?
Sir, king to e3.
King to e3. I
So
push
you
the
can
h
like-
pawn. You're not even thinking about opponent next move. What is this? Federated players cannot. Federated player is not thinking about opponent's next move. Pawn is sitting on x3 and you're missing h2. So let's
So
find the plan.
winning move is g5.
Knight
And
g5. Knight g5. I play h2.
h2.
Huh.
Then I push knight to e6.
Knight to e6. I play king e7.
Then I
You promote. I take the queen. My pawn is going to queen. So knight g5. Push. What next?
Oh, wait, knight g5.
Knight g5, I push my pawn. Knight g5, I push the pawn.
Uh,
There you have to find a very important move.
so pawn promotes.
Rook takes.
Then knight to e6 fork.
What fork? Your opponent is queening here, mister. You're doing a fork there and you say I'm winning the rook. If opponent has a pawn on h2, don't go for the rook. So that will lose. So knight g5, pawn h2, there you need a very important move. If you find that move, it's almost done. The game is practically in your hands. What is it?
Knight to
Srikanth.
Knight g3.
Knight g5, pawn h2. No, you're on g5 only go to g3.
The other knight.
From the here
Oh,
we'll go to
shit,
g3. Who else?
So even h7 does not work.
Hey, if you go there, what's the point? Yeah.
C6 check.
Okay, I move my king.
Then.
Poke the king and then see what happens. So that's just like Prayan's Muna poking the.
Look, yeah.
How?
So let us try knight g6.
What knight? King d7. How does it help you? The knight needs to be here defending the pawn or going to g6 to help promote. You going away to this side. How does it help? So Gukesh plays knight g5. First correct move found. Opponent played h2. Of course, there's nothing else to do. And here comes the move that you missed. Can you find it now? The move that Gukesh played here. That seals the game almost. Ansh,
Knight f3.
which knight?
The e5 knight.
Okay. E5 knight is okay, but G knight is even better. But yeah, you found the idea. Knight f3. That's why he played knight g5. The blocking of this. But then king e7 is the only move, right? What else is there? But then knight takes pawn. And just take the free pawn. And the king can't take, rook can't take. That's what happened. Here again, the only chance to stay in the game, like not lose instantly, was rook d1. And then allow the promotion, black will also promote, and you will somehow defend against the queen and knight with your rook on d1. That's very difficult. King e7 is the most natural thing to do, but it loses because of
And
knight takes pawn.
that's coming.
Yeah, now Gukesh is completely winning, but there's still some work to be done. Rook a1, what do you do? Again, we are in.
So how much Delhi the
There's only one winning move here, guys. There's only one winning move. You might think bring your knights closer, it should win, right? But f4 pawn is gone. So your all hope is on the f pawn. So if your f pawn promotes, you win. Otherwise, it's a draw. So there's only one move that wins in this position. Let's see who can find it. The winning plan for Gukesh. Yes, Ansh.
Knight to g4.
Knight g4, I take a pawn.
Then I have to this knight to h6.
H.
6.
Okay, I come back to a1.
Then I will play knight to g6.
Excellent. That's it. That's the plan. So knight g4, knight h6. Then the knight is defending this. Then this knight comes and you promote. In with tempo, like you're giving check and promoting. So Gukesh found knight g4. Knight f3 is not winning. Knight f3 also seems same plan, knight g5 and then knight g6, but it's not winning because after this rook a3, I'll give you a small sample line. Rook a3. If you go here, I'll take the pawn and then come there. So king will probably go to e2, right? But then again, check. How do you get out of the checks? You can't go to the fourth rank.
Hide behind the
You
knight.
can come this way, right? But then I'll take the pawn. And now you play knight g6. Wait,
Knight
knight
g5?
g5. There is rook f4, and you take the pawn and draw. So if the king was not on f1, rook f4 is not a problem because knight g6 4, you win the rook. But with check, that's a problem. So that was one example of why knight f3 was not good enough. King was on d3. Yeah. Knight g4 found by Gukesh. Rook was on a1. A1. He gave a check. Again, it looks like the match is practically done because knight g6 is almost unstoppable. But there is still a small thing in the position. There's only one winning move. Again, there's only one winning move here.
Bro.
Everything else is draw. This is so difficult to understand. Which is the winning move and why is it the winning move? What will we do here? What will you do? Yes, Ansh.
King to c4.
King to c4, instantly drawing, rook takes pawn and I take your knight. You take back, I take draw. That is basic calculation, and without doing that properly, you should not tell anything. Yes, Priya.
c2.
King c2, the most natural thing. I would also probably play this because I would think it's just over. I mean, king c2, it's a draw. It's a draw.
How?
Because, okay, after king c2, rook takes pawn, knight to g6.
No,
No,
first
first
not
knight
in the
at
plan,
six.
sir.
Oh, sorry.
You planted a pawn.
Yeah, first,
Oh
sorry.
my God.
Where was
First
it?
knight at 6.
Yeah, first knight h6. Now the point is, there is rook a2, and when king moves, rook f2, and you can't win. Rook comes back. King is too far. You can't promote.
That's a
Draw.
draw.
That is why King C2 is not winning. Where was
So
the rook
wait,
here?
isn't that just this one? A knight G5, knight G6 check?
King takes pawn. I blundered that. So you have to first play knight so you need time to do that there.
No,
That means the winning move for white here is King D2 and Gukesh plays it. King D2. Because now if rook A2, king can come to E3. There is no rook F2. Rook can't control F2 square. And here Wei Yi took the pawn. Knight H6. Almost done. Just one last hurdle. Wei Yi plays rook A2 check. King will go to
E3.
yeah. That's very important. That's why we played King D2. E3 or E1, but E3 is of course good. Again check. What do you do here?
Sir, E2.
E2 then again check. How are you going to get out? Why would you repeat?
See, if there's E4, then he'll go to A1.
A1 then we play knight G6 check and promote. No, what's the problem?
Sir, F2.
F2 then again check. Why are we going back to the second plan?
G3.
Again check.
Then G2.
Why are you going that side? What is
Sir,
that?
E4.
Yes, Anj. E4. Is King F4 winning? Because for me, this is the most natural thing to play, King F4. But that shows why I am not that strong. Why is King F4 is a draw?
Oh,
Because,
so Rook A1.
yeah, Rook A1, Knight G6, King moves when you promote,
There is
Rook checks skewer.
Shish
So the
kebab,
King cannot
shish
go to the F5. King E4 was played by Gukesh and here Wei Yi resigned. Because now there's no more tricks, no chances. Because next moves Knight G6. Rook can't
So
come
what
to
if
F5.
your game doesn't give the play rook?
Check then King. Yeah,
Yeah.
done. No more checks.
I'm only one with my
You can't play Rook A4 here. Because
because there is knight to
Knight
G6.
G6 and
So then
you
you have
take
to
the...
sack the rook.
Yes, this is over. So Wei Yi resigned and India won the match against China thanks to Gukesh's win. This was round 7 and now